Chin has everything on tape. Chin has everything on tape.
I do, but you'll never get anywhere.
Well, for now.
Until Chin,
until you get mad.
Until Chin wants to
Chin
raise.
gets mad. Until Chin
Chin's like, I just can let some stuff go if you want.
God. Yeah, there's no way to deny anything.
Nope.
Jose Trejo.
It's good, guys.
Jose.
You know
Jesus.
what? Jesus, you piece of shit.
Jesus.
No, it's okay. You've been saying Jose. It's the
I've been
same
saying
thing.
Because you're from New York, right?
Do you know why I always
Make
think
me
of Jesus?
sick.
I always think of Jesus, so I'm always like, Jesus is how you say it. And I'm
Yeah, no, it's
Dude, it's Good Guy Friday.
It's good.
It's good, and we're a couple good guys.
We have Jesus in the house.
We have, and I wore a beanie yesterday,
recording?
and I wore it again.
Yeah, we're
I wore it again
recording.
because you're the original beanie.
Oh yeah, well I'm trying to cover up my immaculate hairline. Look at this.
Yeah.
You're the same
Jesus,
barber as Rogan.
He's a guy, I told him before this, I go, I've never heard one bad thing about him. Nothing but good things.
Well, he's the nicest guy in the game.
Including his comedy.
Nicest guy in the
Yeah.
game. I mean,
Thanks,
Jesus,
man.
especially. I mean, I'm still fairly new in comedy for 5 years now, but when I started, Jesus went on the road with me.
Yeah, I
Yes,
opened for
I
Brendan, and yeah, there were some good shows, man.
But you
It
got a
was super-
special now.
Yeah, I have a special.
You would crush, and I would eat dick. So it was a
no,
fun
you would
time.
do.
By the way, only Brendan, after doing stand-up for 10 minutes, brings like motherfuckers who've been on the road for 8 years to open for him. Not a lot of guys would do that.
But it's just a testament to him and his hard work, man. It's like, you know, he knew where he was in comedy and he was still bringing out guys. But look, to be honest, you were doing just fine after me.
Thank you.
Yeah. I
but
mean, you
so
were
I
fucking
take-
crushing. It's like, I'm thinking of a casino gig that we did. You went up there fucking crushed.
Yeah,
People
Calusa.
stood up. Do
Yeah.
you remember that?
Yeah, I
People
do.
stood up.
Yeah,
So,
but here's the
that's
thing.
real.
So last night I texted him. This is a big deal. This sounds like I've been doing this too long to not talk about it
Been
because
doing it 7 years.
so my girl was talking to people and they were talking about Houston, and my friend said, Frank said, how did Brendan do? And she goes, well, he was only on for 20 minutes, but he was great. It was a great 20 minutes. And she just said it to him, not I was talking.
Oh.
And I said, did you just say it was a great 20 minutes? She goes, yeah, he killed. And I went, that's such a milestone. It's so hard to have a great 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's so, how many people do you know? How long does it take? And when somebody says that in an offhand manner, and I texted him, I said, hey, congrats. That's a fucking, and I watched it. I mean, I said to his brother, I go, he is such a real comic now. He's fucking killing it. And it was probably 25 minutes.
25.
You know, and now I did write it all for him, but still,
I love when people think that. Oh, Brian and Rogan just write the joke.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
imagine?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, because you're going to write about my Mexican family and my kids.
Yeah, actually, if anything, I would always try to give him notes, and I would write, and he'd go, you can't do that. I can't.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out.
I got to figure it out. He didn't want tags because it was too much for him.
Yeah.
Because he was like, then now it's you, and it's got to be me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's like, and also seeing you at the store, you know, you never shied away from any shows. Like you would show up, and whether it's a belly room show, main room, like whatever, like you show up, and it's dope to see the hard work. But going back to what you said, it's like the milestones that we kind of hit along the way, and I haven't been doing it as long as you. It's like, you know, but like the feeling you get when you're like, hey, I have a 3 minute, I have a 5 minute, a 10 minute, get out of it, 20 minute. Hey, I might start featuring now on the road. And then when you first do an hour, holy moly. I remember bombing every step of the way. Like whenever I got introduced to a new amount of time, I could never finish it when I
Towards
first.
the end.
It's like I gassed out even 3 minutes. So when I show up at the store, I'm doing open mic. I was gassing out before I got the light, and we were doing 3 minute sets, right? And then now I'm hosting and I'm doing 15 minutes. I would gas out before 15. Now I'm featuring and you got to do about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gassing out at 16 and a half going, whoa.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened when I first started headlining. I remember this. I remember this very vividly in Irvine Improv. I'm doing a one-nighter. I'm feeling good. I'm going to do an hour. I have some agents that showed up, you know, managers there, homies, friends and family. And I show up, you know, cracking knuckles, just, you know, let's do this, right? And I tell the sound guy, I say, hey, light me at 15, light me at 30, light me at 45, and leave the light on in an hour because I'm coming off right away, you know? So I'm up there, I'm doing my thing. I get the first 15. I said, nice. Second 15, let's do this, right? And I'm going, and then I get the third, so I'm at the 45, right? And I said, oh, this is a home run, and I'm killing. Then you start to hear the cartoon, I mean, it's going down, bro.
Nothing worse.
It's going down. I'm sweating. I'm. So what do you do for a living? I'm doing everything.
Oh,
right?
nothing worse.
And then I'm like, I literally, my mind is blank, right? And I go behind the curtain. I literally leave the stage and I go grab my set list, right? And my homie Luke Shorts is hosting, and he's like, "What are you doing back here?" I'm like, "Where's my set list?" It's right here. I'm like, "Fuck, I'm blanking out." He's like, "No, you hit everything. I was following along." I'm like, "You're kidding?" So I grab it and I go out there. This is like 20 seconds too long, you know. It's like me. This all happens quick. I go back out there and I have the list. And I'm like, and I'm looking at it, paper shaking. I'm like, only child did that, yeah. Blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, that's it. I hit everything.
You just power through it.
Thank you guys. That's my
ran out of time.
I ran out of time.
You ran out of time.
I ran out of time after the 45-minute mark. So I probably was off stage at like 50 minutes.
Are you finding that if these events and this insanity, is it going to color now? Because for me, I can't help but start writing now. And some of the stuff I was writing before with the shutdown, before the protest,
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's not as fun.
So I got to start writing about what it's like in this environment for someone like myself, who's doesn't need to be. People aren't really interested in hearing what I got to say, so I got to make it funny. I got to figure it out. So it's been an interesting thing. Are you dealing with that at all?
Yeah, I think with comedy, I always try to talk about what I'm going through or like what's like real to me. And you know, I've been in quarantine for months. You know,
Are you still single?
No, I have a girlfriend now. Yeah,
How long have you had a girl?
for a while now.
Really?
Yeah, but it's fairly recent. But you know, I had a girlfriend for a while, then we broke up.
I remember because when you were on the road together, you had a girl.
Yeah, and then I didn't after that.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
then,
he was in
that's
the-
how it works. Yeah, I was like, all right, that checks out.
Yeah.
And then I didn't.
Then I
Then I do
did
it
it.
again.
Well, something you should know. Something you should know.
Jesus is super descriptive.
It's Good Guy Friday. Something you should know about Jesus.
Good Guy
is,
Friday.
Is he likes the thicker girls.
Oh yeah, curvy girls all day.
All day.
Because I remember he was mad.
My
his girl,
homie
He was
is-
mad his girl got a gym membership.
No, he's like,
What are you talking about? What? He's like, she got a membership of 25 Fitness. I was like, yeah,
What are you
isn't that
talking-
good? He's like, nah,
no,
man, get all skinny and
I
shit.
said this to Brendan. I said, Brendan, my homie asked me, he's like, what kind of guy are you? Right? Is are you a ass man? Are you a tit man? What kind of guy are you? I'm like, if I'm being honest, man,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a slow metabolism kind of guy. Like the slower the better, man. And I'm being so real that like you will never find a realer statement like
slow metabolism.
slow metabolism.
You like my friend is like my friend. We were looking at two girls, and he goes, "Damn, look at her." And I go, "I know. What the fuck?" And he goes, "Oh," and he goes, "And that skirt." And I go,
Oh, the one in
Skirt,
jeans.
the
Yeah, the
jeans.
jeans, dude.
and I go, "You like?" He didn't like thick curvy girls. He liked fat girls. He liked big
curvy,
girls.
you know, we call them curvy.
Okay,
but-
There's a difference between curvy and fat, though, son.
oh no.
Diabetic.
Well, how big are the curves? You know, sometimes
You like THICK thick.
Yeah.
I like THICC thick.
No. So that, but there. God bless men like you. God bless women like that. God bless the difference. I mean, because we all need love.
Look
And
at the anxiety he's getting filled with right now. His feet are moving. He's like, God bless people
Well,
like
I'm
that.
not
He's like,
saying
you
the
like
wrong
that?
thing.
Actually, I'm not afraid of.
Yeah,
I'm not
Drew
afraid
Brees
of.
in it right
I'm not
now.
afraid of curves, and I'm not afraid of thick, and I'm not
Okay.
afraid
You
of.
Just
I'm
lie
not-
in the ass for it.
I step up to the plate.
Yeah.
And you guys know
Too light.
I like girls with muscles,
No.
huge dicks. I don't care. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Beards. It doesn't matter as long as
He likes
she's
handsome women.
They make fun of me because I like a
good.
strong, athletic woman. But
Huge
when I
nuts.
see big legs and a big booty, that gets me.
Yeah, there's just something really cool about it. And I was talking to, who was I talking to? And he started laughing. And I found something out about myself, right? So when I found out what Santino, we were talking about cartoons in, growing up or whatever, right? And there was a cartoon called Eek the Cat. Do you guys remember this?
I'd have to see it. Bring that
Eek
shit
the
up,
cat.
Chin.
So it's a purple cat, and it was described like the cat was a underdog. You know, it's a purple cat with an underdog. But his girlfriend,
He's fat.
well,
Hey man,
hold on, look,
What?
yeah, that pink one. His girlfriend was this tall, big, super curvy cat, and they'd bring up the fact that she was big, and he's like, "You think so?" He never quite was like a respectful gentleman.
Is that
like-
where you're at?
So give
Bro,
us.
I think I resonated with this cartoon so much because it was an underdog.
He's
He
the
was
only person
always
that ever
getting
watched
chased.
it. It lasted 2
There
episodes.
were 7 watchers. Listen,
So
you
wait.
keep saying curvy, and it's triggering me because there's a difference between curvy and
Okay, let's break it down.
and
Let's-
fat.
Give us an example of an
Jesus.
actress who you think is like what's
What's
her name?
Lizzo?
Curvy. Look, they're all curvy to me.
So you got no problem with Lizzo?
Lizzo's great.
I don't have a problem
Beautiful.
with
Look
Lizzo
at
either.
it. Pull up Lizzo, please.
Her IG, she goes pretty hard.
That's
in the
what I'm
paint.
talking about right there.
So you're not afraid
Let
of
me
that?
cross my legs real quick.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
You're not afraid of that?
I think she's stunning, bro.
God, I love you.
God bless
I
you.
love you.
God
And I'm
bless
being
you.
real.
Yeah. What kind of glasses are those?
No, but listen, Lizzo is. By the way, I'm the old guy, and I listen to some of her songs. She's talented as fuck.
No, I mean,
Hey, no one's not saying she can't sing.
No.
She's not the songbird of our generation.
But I love that there are men like Jesus who are not afraid of that and who find that
there's
delicious.
a ton of men who aren't afraid of that.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of it, but I'm not going to call her thick.
Yeah, she's. So
it's hilarious.
Lizzo's
it's
no
hilarious.
problem. So
You know who's a stunning, just all around great girl too is Ashley Graham. I think she's great.
Yes.
Ashley Graham, she's
Her
so
face
dope.
is super pretty.
Oh,
Oh, she's
Brendan.
sexy as hell.
I think she's
one?
great.
No, she does.
Left.
I
Which
agree.
one is
She-
that?
Left.
On the left.
See, I would say she's more thick.
That's delicious.
Yeah, she's delicious.
Yeah, that's a woman right there, boy. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so if you go on my
After kids, a little
Instagram,
messy.
I follow 3 things. I follow MMA, all things MMA.
Oh, wow.
Artist
Love it.
and only plus size models.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You like the
No,
plus size
yeah.
model.
Go to his Instagram right now because I love this.
I'd say if you're not into bikes,
We can pull it up right now on my thing, and you're just gonna see curvy women.
Good for you.
yeah, if you don't like dudes, bikes, and fucking dicks, then don't
Go to who you're following.
Yeah. Just go to following. Just
Oh,
know,
that's
you-
gonna be.
they're gonna come
Stephanie.
up. Yeah. First one. See, let's get into it.
She's big.
Oh,
girl.
Scroll.
but good for
There you go.
you.
dude, she's
She's
such
delicious.
a baddie.
Come on, man.
See, she's curvy, Doug. Wow. She's super bad.
But I think so. So there's there's a second side to this. I think it's also cool because it's like, you know, a woman like that can show a young girl that there's not just one body type. Whatever you are, you can embrace that, and I think that's cool.
And you'll find love and you'll find a man.
And you also
Yeah.
find diabetes. Now,
Now-
we should be
Brendan.
honest here.
Well, sometimes-
because that's not the healthiest.
She looks pretty healthy.
No,
She's just
I'm
a
not
big-
talking about her.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
delicious.
Lizzo
with
might
a
be a
capital
little bit,
D.
yeah.
But Lizzo, her cholesterol, it could be a little high. I think
See,
we should talk about.
He likes
go
high
back to that
cholesterol.
one. The last picture.
Oh, no,
there.
she's
Look at that right there.
ridiculous. That
Right
band,
there, you
son,
see that?
I'm
Yeah.
with it.
That's
I'm all with it, Doug.
curve.
You
I see
sort of
curve,
are. You
curve,
sort-
curve,
you
and
sort of
curve.
are.
No,
You're
I'm
caught
with
up
that.
in the moment right now.
No, that's
You're a
my
little
style.
caught up in the moment.
No, she's bad. She's hot.
Almost.
also-
you have a little bit. You need a little bit.
She can tighten up.
That's all I'm saying. For you. For you.
Brendan.
That's all I'm saying for
Tighten
you.
up a little.
And I appreciate you playing ball right now, but I have to check you a little bit now.
You're right.
Because
Hey, you know what? Intermittent fasting wouldn't kill it.
and that's
my God.
that's the thing. Now
I'm a fan of that.
I know you are.
The biggest fan.
in the
That's great.
pool. I know, and she's got a beautiful face.
Her face is
You know what I
But
follow?
Jesus goes
You know what I
right to
follow
that.
too is Fashion Nova Curve. Yeah, they got all the plus size models.
Where's that?
there.
Let me see that.
Oh, that,
She's like,
Fashion over.
they do
Fashion
right,
Nova
but
is
it's
a
Fashion
big-
Nova Curve.
Fashion Nova has the baddest girls that model
but
their
Curve.
stuff.
Now we're talking.
It's Fashion Nova Plus, kind of.
Curve.
That's not it.
Fashion over.
Fashion.
Now she's hot as fuck. I'll give you that.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
curvy girls, man.
Fashion
I love
Nova
it.
Curve.
Is it with 2 N's?
Fashion Nova.
There we go.
Yeah, you know it is. Fashion Nova. Yeah.
All right.
You're not afraid of
Yeah.
that at all.
Uh huh.
That's Lizzo, right?
I mean, they don't miss over here.
No,
Is
it's
what
not.
I'm saying, man.
How could you? How could you?
It's like listening to a Wu-Tang album. You can like everything's a hit. You can listen to it from start to finish. Everything they post hits,
You just love
This
that
is how
stuff.
I am on the
It- it-
CrossFit page.
bro.
CrossFit girls.
bro. Come on, you guys.
See now,
Nothing?
She looks cool.
that's you're all about that. Nothing.
You don't mind the fupa at the front?
No, baby girl. You like? Baby
I
girl?
like curvy girls.
Damn, baby girl.
So you,
That's not curvy.
This one.
Is your? Oh, now she's hot.
yeah.
well, no, because Brendan.
too skinny for you.
So Brendan likes
No,
a
no, that's
smaller
she's
waist
too skinny
with
for you.
hips.
No. She's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
But you prefer-
is your girl now Jesus?
Curvy. Yeah,
thick?
she's a curvier girl.
Yeah.
White girl.
No, Latina.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, Mexican actually.
You're an equal opportunity employer.
Equal opportunity, but you know, it's like, hey, man, it's like, I don't know.
Who's
It's
that?
like
Is that
She's
Lizzo?
hot.
that's great. See,
That's racist.
they don't miss. I'm telling you, they got man.
They don't miss. You're right.
I want to go
there
to
you go.
corporate and take a tour of their facility over there.
You should just to inspect things.
Yeah.
She's
Got
adorable.
those Moana calves.
Right, go back up. See right here, right there, right where your mouse is. No, that one. She's in a
gorgeous.
bunch of stuff, and she's stunning. Tabir Majors is her name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
hey, Chin,
I know my
scroll
stuff.
down. Scroll down.
beautiful.
To,
Beautiful.
Girl, what about now? Go to the one in the underwear and the rose.
That's sexy to me. Actually, I can understand that.
Oh,
I'm
Brandon, I
too
think
light in
you
the
got
ass.
me. I think you got me. Of course, I think it's hot, bro. No, yes.
That's light. I'm too light in the ass for that, and that's. But I understand.
You know, I'm
I
250
understand.
pounds. I'm too light in the ass.
That's right, but not Jesus, not Jesus, because he's got Holy Ghost power.
Well, no, it's all about your mindset, and God damn it, you can do it.
It's
dude.
all about your mindset. Here's the one thing about me: I tend to shy a little bit away from when the weight is in the.
Abdominal region.
That's all, and that's just me.
I like it more down the
Now
the trunk.
that's
Now
outstanding.
she's ridiculous.
That's outstanding.
Yes.
That's
great.
That's outstanding. Because you got a waist, you got the.
So
More of a
so
shape.
what do you
Wow,
guys
wow,
think
wow.
about like butt implants? Are you guys
Huge
into
fan.
that?
So not
Fan?
not
Brazilian butt.
not butt implants, but when they take the fat from the stomach
called
and
a
put it
Brazilian
in the
butt
butt. I've seen it. My friend's girl had it.
Yes.
It's outstanding.
Fantastic.
Sure.
And when you go to Miami,
Yeah.
all those women have done it.
And LA.
I'm a
lot
fan.
here too.
I'm a fan.
Are you don't like fake asses and fake titties?
No, I'm a big fan of a woman. I mean, so yeah,
So
I like it all.
No matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. But it's like
You're the
I
kind of
tend
guy
to-
I'd want to date my sister. You're the kind of guy I would set my girlfriends up with.
Yeah.
Because most of my friends can't do it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Do you have?
Why you gotta do it like that?
Well, because most of my friends,
it was
most
so
of my friends,
sincere, like you tried.
most of my friends, bad guys.
Yeah. No, Jesus is a good guy.
You're a good guy.
Where'd you meet your current girl at?
We met in DC.
At DC Improv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we met a while ago, and we kept in contact, and yeah.
You know what? You sound a lot like Barack Obama. He's got the same cadence. His
Really?
voice. Yep. Try to sound like you're
you?
Barack Obama.
Well,
There you go.
he could just talk.
See that?
I just said one thing, and he's like, "That's it. All right."
You can't say try to sound like Barack Obama.
No, I'm
he
saying.
sounds like him.
Say something that he would say.
People.
People.
Yeah, he sounds like him.
There it is.
No way. You know what I get? I get sometimes when I get my like throat raspy. It's like I get DMX.
Oh yeah.
DMX is. That's the
He
one
does sound
rapper
like
I
him.
know a lot about.
Yeah.
I know it's weird, but I know a lot about him.
He's
'Cause
great.
I love his music.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, you do sound like him.
If I raise my voice up there, I could get up there. Yo, my name is DMX. DM. Yeah, one of my favorite rappers. But
Yep.
but that's if I get my voice. Like if I start to yell, it stays there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Dark Man X.
How have you been doing in this quarantine? Even though it's fucking over, you see 0 deaths in New York. Corona.
I've been quarantining with my folks.
Oh, that's right. How's your mom and everyone doing?
They're good. They're elderly and they got their health issues. So I've been really
Careful.
Yeah, very very careful. But it's good. Everything's been going well. It just new. It takes a little. It took a little getting used to. We had so we have a doctor's appointment right for my mom, and we've never done one over Zoom or Skype. So we have a doctor's appointment. My mom sits here. I'm there. I open the laptop, and we're talking. The consultation lasts like 45 minutes or whatever. And then we get done. I close the laptop, and I go, Mom. So what'd you think? She's like, Who was that guy? I'm like, what are you talking about? I was a doctor. He's like, oh, I was wondering. He's like, man, he knows a lot about my health. So she didn't know who the guy was. She thought we were just talking to some guy.
Oh, she didn't realize you guys set it up.
Yeah,
That's the doctor.
we set it up, and I was like, it was, it just knew it takes a little getting used to. My
yeah.
mom's not
It's
tech
older.
savvy, so it was like, oh man,
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been different, but
What about the protest? What's your? How do you deal with that?
it's I love that people are protesting. I think it's great, and to be honest, I had to educate myself a little more. I wasn't well versed, and the Black Lives Matter movement. It's like and Black Lives Matter, and I'm glad people are out there protesting, and I'm glad people are donating. I'm glad people are signing petitions and mobilizing. I think it's very important. It has to stop, and the only way it's gonna stop, it's like I've been reading a bunch of stuff, trying to educate, read anything I get my hands on. Is like, and there's two ways of doing it. It's voting, which we know can change things, but it's that process is rather slow. I mean, it's really slow. So it's like it has to be a mixture. Like you almost have to hit an equilibrium point of like mobilizing, protesting, because that's how you get voices heard, and also voting. And it's like doing everything on every front. And the more we learn, the better we can tackle this problem. So over the last few days, I've definitely done a deep dive in reading as much as I can. And
I'm curious to see what the NFL does, because remember when Colin Kaepernick took a knee and they started like. The NFL didn't really bring any awareness to it. They kind of shunned him. He obviously got kicked out of the league shortly after that. And then anyone else who did, they went, "You can do it, but you got to stay in the locker room." So I would imagine now they're going to come out and apologize, because I know like the biggest black,
it's tricky though,
the biggest black players did a video thing, all saying that would you let us protest now? Bet you would. We tried doing it 4 years ago. Tried doing it silently in peace. And you wouldn't let us do it. You want us to do it in the locker room.
I thought the way he, what's his name, said we were asking for help. We were asking for help,
Jenkins.
and that was the way we were asking for help.
And you guys didn't acknowledge it.
And it's like it's such a tough spot for the NFL though, because Americans are nationalistic, and Americans, when you don't stand for the flag, you have I don't care what the situation, you just have a lot of Americans that stop listening. Mm-hmm. I've always said I've had these arguments that being an American. And the flag symbolizes the ability, you're allowed to do anything you want, including burn it. Now, I wouldn't, but you're allowed to, and that's to our strength as a nation. The only thing is the NFL is, and you can speak more to this, is a private company, essentially. It's a confederation of companies, but you do have to sort of do what the corporation dictates when you step into the corporation, right? Isn't it? There's a dress code, there's a protocol, there's a way to behave. So that's where it gets tricky, right? So this is a for-profit company. They have shareholders. I think they have shareholders.
No shareholders.
Okay.
No.
So it's for-profit.
Just billionaire owners.
Sorry. Yes.
And out of 32, 29 are white.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that a lot of them are also the people.
They don't want politics in the
people.
day.
Americans watch football. All Americans of all ilks watch football. It's such a huge thing, and there are a lot of Americans that would definitely boycott you.
They would not be happy.
They wouldn't be happy. So it's very, very tough for the owners. It really is. So I don't know. I don't know
what they're going to do.
This is America. This is the dance we do. This is the dance. This is the balancing act. Yeah. You're allowed to be both things. The other thing about being American is you can be pro Black Lives Matter and then also support police officers. You can do both things.
But how can you be pro police officers when you see the things that are happening now? It's like it's a very touchy.
It's going down a tricky road.
Yeah. It's always a tricky road. But it's okay.
It's just
we're all figuring it out.
Yes, you know what my thing is, Jesus, with it is like I agree. My father-in-law is a police officer. And when you go on social media and you see the stuff that's happening, because we're only posting the bad stuff, right? But when you see the stuff happen, like I think it was in Buffalo, they pushed an old man down, his head started bleeding. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And you see these other, I think it was maybe Seattle or something, where they're hitting the protesters. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So you have some bad cops. And the
cops that are afraid.
Well, whatever it is. They're bad or afraid, where the fuck is. They're not qualified to do the job. You're going to have some of those, but the majority of cops are good. The majority are good. And if you look at stats, actual stats, I didn't make this up. This isn't an agenda thing. If you look at stats, a lot of it doesn't make sense what everybody's talking about. The agenda that's getting pushed from the media right now, if you look at the stats, it doesn't make sense. So it's hard for me to figure out.
You mean because policing has gotten better, there's been progress made
way better
in that area. So one of the things that in 2015, over 100 unarmed black men were killed by police officers.
2000 what?
2015, I believe. In 2019, it was 9. So too many, but still progress. But I think these protests are a reaction to 200 years of this. So it's not just the last 4 years.
Right.
No.
And that's why so you have to always remember that this is you have to keep it in context. This is frustration that goes back. If you're a 40-year-old black man or a 50-year-old black man, this is your whole life. Okay, so the last 4 years, policing got better. Not relevant to when your father had an experience, your grandfather had an experience, you had experiences, you might know, it doesn't. So we have to understand. That's why I said, me and Brendan were talking, shut the fuck up right now. Because this is a catharsis. All we can do this is a catharsis.
We need to, close our mouths and listen with our ears and open them up.
But also, all cops aren't the enemy.
No.
As a whole,
you need cops.
They can't be the enemy. You just can't.
You need
but you're not pushing the movement when you go, all cops are bad and people are killing cops. 99% of cops are good people.
Well, most cops,
they do the job.
Most cops are appalled by that. All those cops that did that Instagram thing, they were talking about how this is fucking murder. And it's terrible for cops. We're friends with Yosef Azim, who's a buddy of ours, who's a cop in San Francisco, who's a great fucking guy. I've seen him police. I've seen his compassion. I've seen how he works with drug addicts and things like that. So we all know that, right? You're saying perspective. We have to keep all of this in context.
What do you think is
you don't defund policing?
What do you think overall?
Awareness.
And I know this isn't something we can figure out.
No, we'll figure out. I'm firing the kid right now.
Yeah.
No, I think this is going to be a very positive step for America. Why? Yeah. Because first of all, when you see this many people protest, first of all, it isn't just black people. There are a lot of white people, Asian people, there are a lot of people who are going, this can't stand. That guy was executed in broad daylight by 4 pieces of shit, especially that one guy. And we're all outraged by it. Everybody's outraged.
But know where your outrage is at. Because here's the thing about that. And we get these agendas in the mainstream media, which is public enemy number one. That cop who killed him, who had his knee on his neck, was white. The other 3 officers were not white. They're different ethnicities.
The other 2 weren't. One of them was white.
No, there's one white, and the other 3 were different ethnicities.
Yeah. Yes. And that's important to keep into context. But more importantly,
it's a cop problem, not a
but
white
what I do think is going to change
situation.
is that police officers, the one dangerous police officers, start avoiding dangerous areas. The other, like Baltimore, I believe by one stat, when there were protests, they started avoiding the hood, the black neighborhoods. Baltimore is a very tough place, and homicides went up by some measures 60%. You don't want that because cops get afraid. But I do think the overall net value of this is no police officer wants to have his mugshot in a newspaper or on the internet.
No,
so cops are all going to be very, very careful of that. And if you're my partner, I'm going to be like, bro, you're standing on that guy's fucking neck. He can't breathe. Oh, we've seen this before. Stop. I don't care how mad you are. I don't care what he was saying to you in the car. Because I believe that guy pulled him out of the car after they were having words, and he pulled him back out of the car and to teach him a lesson. You're not going to see, I really believe that the net effect of this, when you see this kind of outrage, is that most police officers are going to do everything they can to avoid that.
And you're always going to, no matter what happens with this movement, you're always going to have bad cops.
Yeah.
Just like there's bad comedians, there's bad football players, there's bad producers, there's bad business managers. There's nothing you do.
This is going to be debated on a nuanced level. Right now, there's no time for nuance. Right now, there's no time for data and stats. That's not relevant right now.
Which is insane.
But you got
that's what got us to the lockdown with Corona. It makes no fucking sense.
But you let people go crazy, and then now we're going to step back, and as Americans, we're going to have this talk, and we're going to have this debate, and we're going to have this. We're going to go too far. We're going to come back. We're going to go too far the other. This is how it goes in America. This is what happens. Remember the Me Too movement? It was about 5 minutes ago, and it went all the way over for a while, and I remember it.
Some good guys lost their jobs.
Yeah, and now it's come back. Now it's come back, and in my opinion, Hollywood's a better place to work.
Can't
I've seen it with my own eyes.
Nope.
So
I'm
an optimist. Maybe I don't know what you think.
I don't have the answers. I'm trying to educate myself. I'm trying to listen.
That's disappointing. That's why we brought you in. We thought we were going to figure this out.
No, I'm very dumb.
I think we're all dumb.
And
we're all learning.
Some of the, is like some of the greatest minds have tried to tackle this problem in one way or another to try to solve it. And, it's a, like you said, it's an ongoing discussion. I hope.
Well, I'll tell you what's not a problem is your new special. It's me trying to segue out of
what's it called?
Stay at Home Son.
On Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime.
You can watch it for free.
Your immigrant parents, your parents are from?
Mexico.
Really?
Yeah. My dad's from Sinaloa and my mom's from Jalisco. And yeah, I was born here, Long Beach, born and raised.
No kidding.
But yeah, this is my first 1 hour special, man. Crazy, man.
Where'd you shoot it at?
El Portal
in LA, right?
Theater in North Hollywood.
Oh, word.
Dude, your accent is no joke. You speak Spanish, your first language.
Yeah, it's my first language. And I had like full command of the language up until like I didn't have full command of English till like around the 5th grade. You know, 4th and 5th is when everything kind of came together. But yeah, it's like
How many does that seat, Jesus? Looks pretty cool.
250.
Why'd you choose there?
I'm not a theater act. You know, I didn't feel confident in going to a bigger space because I could not feel something like that. You know, it's like I'm a comedy club guy kind of thing, and that was
You
like
didn't want to shoot in the comedy club? I feel like specials are better in clubs.
I think it's great, yeah, but this one I think had a nice space of like it's somewhere in between a theater and a comedy club. It's
that's
like
cool.
It might be even 300 people, but you know after the cameras and stuff, it was less, and it wasn't packed all the way when I shot it either. You know, so it's like it's just reflective of where I am as a comic at that point in time. You know, it's like material, attendance. You know, it's just it's that's one of the things I looked at that special like, man, that's interesting. A special is definitely like a snapshot in time on a comedian's journey. You know, it's like the second special. I hope to up my game both as a comic and people showing up and all that stuff. But it was great. It was awesome. I was involved with the process every step of the way. Purple Curtain.
Have you ever thought about doing a special in Spanish?
Yeah, I've been actually when I was getting ready for this special. I was already doing shows in Mexico, right?
You were?
Yeah, and
No shit.
DF, Monterrey. I
so
did.
surprised.
Monterrey, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never think of there being a stand-up scene in Mexico.
Oh, there's a
Yeah,
very
you
strong
were going
stand-up
down there
scene.
for a
while, yeah.
Netflix specials.
great.
There's a bunch by some really awesome comedians out in Mexico. I got to meet a lot of them.
I mean, it makes total
Segura's
sense.
starting to do stand-up in
Yeah, Segura is really good. in
Segura has
Spanish.
an entire podcast just in Spanish.
Like he speaks Harry Potter Spanish, like proper, like oh shit. Like,
Really?
Yeah, it's like Harry Potter, but if he spoke Spanish.
Damn.
Like god damn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I went when I was getting ready for this. There were some shows that came up, and I went to Mexico and I ran the hour that I have now in Spanish. And it was like really cool to kind of instill the hour in my head because it's like almost like doing it with my left.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Like, I was-
So what was that like? Did
Did the jokes hit the same?
I ended up like once it was like fully translated and stuff, I lost I think about between 15 and 20 minutes of material because
damn.
of double entendres and similes and metaphors didn't translate. There was no word for this or no word for that. The wordplay was lost on this. So I had some like original jokes that like observational jokes that I had just being in Mexico that would make sense when I think in Spanish, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was cool, and it's something I'm actively doing. I definitely, when
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I definitely want to do it, and I feel like I could get a second life. It's almost like a book. You get a second life out of the same text. When
yeah.
The Alchemist was
Double dipping.
Great book that was translated into many languages, and if I could do that with my hour specials, I think I would have a good flow, like a good workflow, and it also will give me the break after recording a special.
Do you read a lot?
Yeah.
The Alchemist.
Yeah, you like that book?
It's a
I've not
popular
read
book.
it.
It's really good.
I know. Everybody tells me to read it.
It's
You read a lot of fiction?
Just whatever I can get my hands on.
Oh, wow.
Just like it just.
You're the only comedian I know. Besides Brendan now reads, but
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I mean, nobody I know reads, so I
Oh, really?
appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it's great, and sometimes I don't read like read. It's like audiobooks are great.
Yeah, I agree.
We drive to a gig or
You
I'm
listen
commuting-
mostly novels, or you?
No, just like history stuff. I like autobiographies. I really love. I love a process. I like picking apart somebody's like creative process.
Who are your
Journey,
heroes?
Yeah.
Who are your heroes?
Rick Rubin. I like Rick Rubin a lot just because of his critical thinking mind and how he thinks outside of the box. And, here you have a legend who's able to think from every genre. Yeah. And
Amazing beard.
He's
I try to grow out my beard for a while. I'm like, I want to look like him. And then,
I don't know if that's the look, dude.
no, I think it's really cool.
He's like a
he lives in
yogi. He's like
Malibu.
yeah.
And his studio is in one of the trailers in his Malibu property.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like,
He's a-
one thing.
Is he still
amazing.
involved with Columbia Records? Or no?
Yeah, he's the head of Atlantic Records, right? Or
I forgot what
is
he's
he?
ahead of.
He's a fucking
but
icon.
the only reason he took the job was like, hey, I want the studio, and it's Johnny Cash's bus, right? The studio's built on that property in Malibu, but look, here's what's great about Rick Rubin. Not only has he transcended music from every genre, to country, to rap, to, you know, like he's also dabbled in comedy. He produced one of Andrew Dice Clay's
really?
albums. See, like he's a guy who's big picture. You know,
Yeah, look what he's worked with.
He breaks things down.
Tom Petty, Justin Timberlake, Metallica, Slayer.
Name any famous musician.
I mean,
yeah,
Rage
please
Against the
don't go too
Machine,
long.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, so it's like to Red Hot Chili Peppers, to being in the studio with Jay-Z and him setting aside his, you know, his biases and whatever the preference of music that he has, but be objective and have hit records. That's very hard to do.
Yeah, he's kind of Zen, right? He studies.
Yeah, he meditates quite a bit. I think he's vegan. He drinks, like I saw this thing on YouTube. This is all on stuff that I've seen on YouTube. He like meditates and drinks a bunch of these green juices, and it's like such a beautiful way to live. I think it's very impressive. I definitely would love to work on a project with this guy one day, like at some point, just because of, you know.
How was your experience with Complex and the tacos con queso?
Tacos con queso, close. Tacos con todo.
Fuck.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Tacos con todo was great. I mean, those, you know, Complex is, you know, good people over there. First with Feast, just phenomenal, good people over there, man. And yeah, we vibed out. I went down there to New York. I went in there for what was supposed to be a quick meeting, and 2 hours later I walk out and we're like best friends. We're hugging and shit.
That's cool, man.
And then you know, they had this project that they wanted me to host, you know, and they're just like, you just host it. Usually we work with people that are cooking stuff. He's like, just host.
Did you like doing it?
It was great. It was a different muscle. I don't think I had the hosting training or background, you know, at all. So it was cool.
Weird. You got almost like, you got to listen, be affected. Like you got to. Josh Wolf is a very good host like that. You got to be like, there's a different thing to it. You got to be interested in whatever the fuck is going on in front of you, even if it's boring. That's good.
But at least with this, you got to work with a lot of your friends.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was yeah, really good. It was fun. We ate a lot of food. Gained weight.
Fun.
What? Give us a book you recommend. I like that you cleared your throat there. Give us 3 books.
David.
Hey, please don't give us 3 books.
I'll just give you one really good one. David Lynch.
Give us 5 books. David Lynch.
Finding the Big Fish, or yeah, David Lynch. He's a big
Film director. David Lynch, the film director.
Yeah. He's really into transcendental meditation. Catching the Big Fish, meditation, consciousness, and he talks.
Have you ever seen his movies? He's such a wild motherfucker.
He's wild, man. And in this book, he talks about, you know, and I think it relates to comedy. I always kind of read stuff and I relate it to comedy. And he had this chapter in there, two chapters that really stuck out at me. It's like, when, you know, as a creative, when you shed the clown suit, he's like, you know, we wear this clown suit and it's a rubber thing, and inside there's a rancid smell, you know. But with time, you kind of shed this clown suit to kind of get to the truth of whatever is underlying. But it doesn't, the clown suit doesn't really go away right away, because you still have to the smell that goes along with it. So eventually, you not only do you shed the suit, you also shed the smell that goes with it. But he had this chapter in there that I thought was really great. He said that he was filming a movie, and one of the people behind the camera was like smoking a cigarette and looking at himself in the mirror, and that they broke down to shoot another shot, right? And he told everyone to stay put, and told the guy, don't move. And they shot the scene. He's like, I did not use it for that movie. I did not know why I needed it, but I knew I needed it. So he held on to it. And if I remember correctly,
So he shot the guy behind the camera, looking in the mirror, smoking.
It was just like a gaffer smoking a cigarette, and was like, stay there. They shot it, didn't use it until he ended up using that in another project down the line, if I remember correctly. But for like comics, it's like, you know, that feeling where you're like, oh, I gotta write that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may not use it for,
right.
I guess, this hour. And I thought it was like so brilliant. But anyway.
That's awesome.
That's cool, man.
Let's do some current events.
Current events.
Current events. Brendan, it's about total human optimization.
Oh my God.
That's what
You're
it's about,
talking about
dude.
On It, one of our most loyal sponsors for how many years now? 14
since
years.
the beginning.
14
Focus,
years.
brain food. You want mood, sleep. You want digestive health. You want support and vitality, essential nutrients, performance. You want the immune system. You want goal-based collections like Keto Collection.
Yeah, I don't know.
Building blocks of muscle.
For sure.
Mood and sleep.
Dude.
They got you when it comes to your health, when it comes to your performance.
Thick boys. When I wake up in the morning, I grind up, I put in some fuck yeah coffee. It's a Black Rifle, and on it, they have extra caffeinated crystals in it. It will get you revving so you can pump out some miles.
Damn right.
That's what I do every goddamn morning.
Yep.
It's Black Rifle. On it, you get 10% off. Go to onnit.com/fighter for 10% off fuck yeah coffee. They have regular dark roast coffee. They have protein. They have
the best
MCT
protein in
oil.
the business.
They got joint oil, fat butter. They got it all. Warrior bars, keto hot sauce, everything. Onnit.com/fighter, 10% off the whole damn site. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Hey, kids. Brian passed away. I'm about to. Sorry, something in my throat. I'm so excited for UFC 250 this weekend. Brian passed away, so he's not here. He's getting his lids done, or I don't know. Listen, this Saturday, UFC 250 is kicking off June, and make money while watching the fights, man. You know the fights. You like money. Now's your chance to win a shot at $1 million top prizes, all right? If you haven't tried it yet, Fantasy MMA is so dang easy. Just pick 6 fighters, stand in the salary cap, pile up the points for advances, takedowns, and more. There's no better way to put your MMA knowledge to the test than to compete at $1 million. Because nothing makes a UFC event more exciting than when you have skin in the game with DraftKings. For a limited time, DraftKings is offering both new and existing users deposit bonus up to $500. Download the DraftKings app now and use the promo code FIGHTER to get free shot at $1 million. All right? Your first deposit. That's promo code FIGHTER to get a free shot at $1 million with your first deposit. Only at DraftKings. Minimum $5 deposit required. Deposit bonus requires 25-time playthrough. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. Again, that's download DraftKings. Promo code's FIGHTER to get a free shot at $1 million.
Current.
Well,
events.
Brendan pops his nicotine. Brendan has a substance abuse problem.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know you was on the.
Oh, yeah, he does nicotine.
on the
does
Nick?
it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Jake Paul has been formally charged with unlawful assembly and criminal trespassing. This past weekend, he was actually in Scottsdale, Arizona, where people have footage of him at a mall, at a local mall while they're looting. And it seems like he's just kind of walking around vlogging it, and people called him out for it. He shortly after went onto Instagram and released a statement saying that he was out protesting all day, and what he ended up doing was getting caught in some sort of situation where he got tear gassed. He had to go then walk back to wherever he was staying, and somehow ended up
why
at a
are you
mall.
in the mall looting?
He says he wasn't
He was
looting,
probably
but he was
documenting
there
it?
trying to. He was basically trying to vlog
That's fair.
the protests. Is
that fair?
People had me sticking up for him. I've never met Jake. I know Logan. I know Logan well. Logan's my buddy. I don't know his brother. This guy does a lot of stupid shit.
No, but if Jake Paul, if people are looting and you're documenting it like a journalist would, which is what journalists do.
Well,
what is
he's-
that? Is that bad?
No,
See, you're
he
still
is
around
a
the term
vlogger.
journalist and you're sticking up for him? Play the video, Chin.
Oh,
He's not a journalist. Is
no, he's not a journalist.
Is this it?
That's him.
Oh, he's doing this for his YouTube channel and just
Yeah.
commenting on it.
He makes like
He's
shop
in the mall right
value
now?
vlogs.
Yeah, then they go in the mall.
He's kind of being like, oh shit, yeah.
And then this is in the mall, right?
Yeah, and
Well,
he's
it's
just kind
criminal
of walking
behavior.
through.
It's criminal behavior. Yeah? God, assholes! Look at this. Where are the cops?
This is Arizona?
Yep, Scottsdale.
Look at this shit. Destroying property and stealing. Cool.
Well, we don't see him do any.
No, he doesn't do.
Hold on,
anything
did he
for
just say get me a free clone?
No, this is somebody else who was at the mall looting, and they actually saw him and noticed him. They thought he was his brother Logan at first, and so they were just kind of walking around, following him, and that's what this footage
I mean, he's not a looter, but he's definitely not,
people don't like that he's going out of his way to be in situations like this to monetize off of it later on YouTube.
Oh, he's monetizing the.
Oh,
yeah, because he's known for doing.
He's kind of being a
wild
profiteer.
millionaire.
It's a profiteer on destruction of property.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
But this gives him content because he was at tear gas. We went to the mall with looters and they're gonna get tear gassed. So it's like a whole narrative for him. So it's like he's capitalizing on the movement and everything going on. To be absolutely clear, neither I nor anyone in our group was engaged in looting or vandalism. For context, we spent the day doing our part to peacefully protest one of the most horrific injustices. All right, it's led to us being tear gassed for filming the events and brutality that were unfolding in Arizona. We were gassed and forced to keep moving on foot. We filmed everything.
I mean, I have to say that he was documenting it. I don't know what he did that was a crime or that was...
There's no crime. No one's saying it's a crime.
No, but I also don't know why are
there's
people...
criminal charges?
Yeah, because no one was supposed to be inside the mall.
And what, he's getting criminal charges because he's famous? They know who he is? What about everybody else?
I think, well, it's hard to identify everyone else who was in the video.
Yeah, he's just the famous
He's just a
one.
big name, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not so sure. If people are in there and you're fucking filming it and you're documenting something, isn't that what... I don't know if that's a crime. I don't know if I'm mad at him for that.
No, it's not a crime.
I don't know. I'm
not a
saying I
crime.
don't know if I'm even mad at that.
Documenting is not a crime, right? But being in there is.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I go in there with my camera to capture this moment in history, these shitheads, these fucking criminals and shitheads who are stealing and not protesting, they're stealing now. You know, you got everybody in there being like, they're having a good old time. I'm sorry, but they are. And they're breaking stuff in private property. And he's got a camera filming it. Where do we put that into context? I don't know.
I would say you're part of the problem. If you're young,
you're
if you're a young
encouraging
man,
it, yes.
if you're a young man and you go in there with looters,
Yeah.
and film it to upload to your YouTube page to make money off of, you're
If
part
you're
of the
making
problem.
money off it, that's a problem.
He's definitely
He's making money off of it, Brian.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why he filmed it.
Okay.
He's not filming it to create change.
Right.
He's filming it to make money.
He's not being.
monetize.
He's not filming.
No,
it
it gives him content for his page.
It's similar to the girl that we were talking
Okay,
about
but let me ask you
yesterday.
this.
Let me ask you this.
What if you're
So-
standing on the street and you're documenting it, right? And somebody's breaking the windows along the street, and you're filming it, and you put it on your YouTube.
Now you're
and
talking about a
people
different
watch
thing. Hold on. He went into the mall with the looters. It's like, damn, oh my god, damn, he's still breaking shit and filming it. So let's say we go to Arizona next week,
Yeah.
and they start breaking in. I go, hey B, I'm gonna get footage for Fire Kid the YouTube page.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there with them and film it. You'd be like, what the fuck? You're
The
not?
intent.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, I just want to see it, dude.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't be a shithead.
It's definitely
You're not helping.
shitty. and
You're not
definitely
helping
poor taste.
anything.
No.
You're monetizing off looting.
I'm personally, I'm still.
I'm not mad at him.
Yeah,
I'm not
personally,
mad.
I'm still.
There's
like,
way bigger issues.
Yes,
I
way
don't
bigger
give a
issues.
if he would have thrown a brick or something, then we should be mad.
Exactly.
There's way bigger issues.
He walked through a
It's
mall
just-
and had a
it's-
video
it's
camera.
stupid.
I'm not so sure. I'm way more angry at the people smashing windows and stealing. My anger. I don't have any animosity.
I don't
have a lot of anger for him.
No,
right
me
now.
neither.
I have a lot of anger for the other people.
I can see.
I have anger for kids going into Patagonia and fucking stealing everything, or mountain bikes for REI.
See, here's the problem. I repeat, fuck Jake Paul. He's a millionaire looting while
Wasn't
people are
looting.
outside protesting.
Wasn't looting.
But then that's just what someone's saying.
But that's the problem. That's
Yeah.
the problem is people. He's looting this and the media, and then social media is on there when that's not the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not the truth at all.
Yeah, well, he does have a huge reach too, right? So what if he did want to do something like show the world what people are doing?
Right.
That's true.
You know?
That's fair too.
That's how-
But
that's-
I haven't seen. I've never seen a show. Does he like show this and be like, this is fucked up? We're trying to do this. Do we know?
Or he might just
haven't
be
seen the
showing
video.
it. and
Well,
just letting
we
you make
don't
the
know
choice.
what he intended to do with this particular footage, but he does make shock value content for kids. So it's like his whole demographic is, I think, within the ages
Young
of like
kids.
12 to like 16.
Young kids, but even
Like
Logan Paul,
very, very
kids,
young.
man.
Yeah, young.
Very
Really
young.
My daughter, she's 12.
What was it's like what was his intent? What
Yeah,
did he want
that's
to do
the-
with that footage?
Let's to play devil's advocate with you, Cap. It's like he has so how many millions of followers, and maybe it's like, hey, this is what's going on, kids. Like, check this out, man. This is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Is he?
That's what I mean. Is that's why I'm like, you're going through with a camera and you're documenting.
It's confusing.
For me, when I see that, it makes me mad, and it makes me realize that there's a lot of shitty stuff that has. You're not helping the protest or the movement. You're just being assholes.
We filmed everything we saw in an effort to share our experience and bring more attention to the anger felt in the neighborhood we had traveled through. All right.
Maybe.
All right.
Well, we'll never really know.
Yeah.
We're doing our best to raise awareness. All right, I'm not mad.
I don't have the energy to criticize him. I have problems with. There are a lot of other people I have problems with. Let's put it that way. I don't have room. I don't have room.
Yeah.
There are other things to be mad
problem
at.
is the narrative from the media saying he's looting.
Correct. Or the people.
Yeah, just random
That's
people.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay, so this past week, a lot of people have been talking about fans of K-pop because on May 30th, the Dallas police station released a tweet saying that they created an app where they want you to upload footage of people protesting, people looting, and people rioting, so they can try to figure out who these people are, who are like breaking curfew, just being out and about. And what ended up happening was a bunch of people within the K-pop community found out that they were trying to get people to snitch on protesters. So they went out of their way to go onto the app and crash it by uploading photos of K-pop stars performing and saying, we're not going to snitch on people. And so the whole site actually ended up crashing within 24 hours.
Wow.
Damn.
And a couple days later, something similar happened where the hashtag Black Lives Matter was trending on Twitter, and people tried to get the hashtag White Lives Matter to trend on Twitter as well. They also took over that hashtag and started uploading a bunch of K-pops.
They're just taking shit over.
Yeah, they're just
Apparently
running
the
shit. They're
Antifa
just
stuff,
putting up different clips of K-pop stars performing, saying
With these type of messages.
Well, apparently a lot of the Antifa stuff is also hackers just fucking. We're coming in to loot your neighborhood, and a lot of this they're finding is just a bunch of hackers fucking around, like just fucking.
A lot of it's really Antifa though.
A lot of it's also hackers. A lot of this stuff is like, Although yes, there's also
Legit
Antifa guys doing some shit.
Yeah. Don't give them too much credit. Yeah.
No, but is that a guy?
Oh yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
A very
plastic
pretty
surgery.
young man.
A lot of plastic surgery.
A lot of plastic surgery.
Really? Is that plastic surgery?
So is it straight up Korean people doing it, or is
No,
it just
K-pop fans are international.
everywhere?
Yeah, literally
God.
everywhere. I think
Huge.
K-pop fans are the scariest group of fans ever.
Don't a bunch of K-pop stars commit suicide because these same fans that hate on them?
Yes, but also it's like if you thought that fan bases who followed One Direction or NSYNC or Backstreet Boys
Really?
are badass,
These are bigger?
K-pop is so much crazier, and they're international. People literally
When
from all
BTS
over-
performs, it's nuts.
Yes,
South Korea,
and
I believe, has the highest suicide rate per capita. I believe.
think so, too.
At least it was. Yeah.
Is there a one group in particular? Is there
BTS is
is
probably
by far
the
the
biggest
BTS,
one, but
okay.
people who follow K-pop in general are so diehard for some reason. Nobody really understands why, but people within the K-pop community are incredibly
Huge in
dedicated.
China.
Could it be?
Huge everywhere.
Could it be the message that they're saying? Is there music with a certain message?
I'm not
No?
really sure if I'm being honest. I don't know.
K-pop site.
It's just
Yeah, I don't know.
It's super positive and it's super catchy and it's
very catchy.
awesome.
It's, it's candy.
you don't need to know the
it's like
language.
candy.
Yeah, you don't need the language. You'll watch it and you'll just enjoy
It's
it.
cotton
no matter
candy.
what.
Cool. Okay.
Chin
I gotta
is a
check
part
it
of
out.
it.
I
Gangnam
don't know
Style.
too much about that.
Remember Gangnam? I mean, the main Gangnam
is that-
Style.
is
That's
that
not
considered
K-pop.
K-pop?
That's not K-pop.
That's
Which one?
not K-pop, right?
It's still considered
Gangnam
It's still considered
Style,
K-pop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
pop
probably
music
in the
coming out of Korea.
earlier phases of
That's
it.
the most watched song
that?
of all time.
Is it in the earlier phases? Of
No,
it?
it's just a different genre
Genre
of it. Yeah.
category.
Even though it's the same genre, but it's a different
That's
category in there.
interesting. I gotta check that out.
And then you know what stands mean?
No.
Stands. So Korean fans, they use the word "stan" from the Eminem song. You know, Stan's like the obsessive
crazy
fan.
obsessive fan.
So when you love your K-pop artist that much, you're a stan
You're
for
Stan.
them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, nice. Eminem transcending hip hop. Oh, dude. That's pretty
There,
cool.
it's everywhere. Latin America is enormous.
Really?
Yeah, the fan base for Korean pop is
I'm
enormous.
blown
Yeah,
away by this.
literally
I did not know.
international.
And that was
That's why
that was
everywhere.
South Korea's plan. South Korea's we're
Yes.
going to be to Asia, what the United States is Europe when it comes to pop culture. Film,
Boy, did they kill it.
TV, music, incredible.
You remember the company I worked for? It was the largest Korean television network in the world. no matter what happened to them, if the ratings were bad or whatever, they still continue to fund it because it was funded by the Korean government.
That's right.
To influence the world.
A huge Korean government move. It was a joint effort, and they did it.
What a great effort.
They pulled it off in 10 years. Korea, when they mobilize, they work together.
Now, those K-pop band members, they're crying on the inside, but they're going to put on a hell of a show.
They're overworked like crazy.
What's this? Watch this guy try to recreate Kendall. Let's watch this.
You guys remember this commercial, right?
Yeah, it's great.
I've not forget this commercial.
Kendall Jenner walking up.
She gives a cop.
Yeah, a Pepsi and it resolves everything.
Pepsi, dude.
Put it down.
No, fuck. Oh. it helped in the commercial.
Yeah, he looks.
Boy.
He's not a Kendall. There's something about Kendall Jenner that she does it a little better. I don't know.
If Kendall would have done that, they probably would have taken it.
But yeah, a lot of people have been bringing Pepsis out to protests and trying to hand it to cops.
It's hilarious.
The cops.
I love America. I love my country. I love it all. Trust me, we all tried.
All right, next
Why
one.
the fuck is Chuck E. Cheese trending?
What?
Another shooting there?
Does your favorite fast food chain match your state?
Oh, hell
I don't know.
All right, keep going.
This is interesting. The GoFundMe campaign for George Floyd. It is the most ever donated by individuals. So the count of people that are actually donating, it's the most in history of GoFundMe.
13 million donated.
The 500,000, almost 500,000 individual people have donated to the campaign.
Will the family get that $13 million?
Yeah, whoever started the campaign, I'm sure it's for his family.
Oh, there's always those fucking
And,
shady ones who
yes, of
started
course.
and don't know
There's
what
probably a
it's
bunch of them that people started.
Yeah.
But an interesting thing about this is the number 2 on GoFundMe donations is the money to build a wall at America's southern border.
Wow.
That has 300,000 donations.
$25 million to build the wall?
That's what that's much they raised.
$25 million.
Holy shit.
So more money.
I'm trying to start a GoFundMe for John Jones France Ngannou. I mean, we just got to hit 10 mil.
That's all.
And third place, intensive care beds in pandemic ravaged Italy.
Really? What was that, 206?
Yeah.
206.
Damn,
donations.
bad baby had to
Rehab.
Rehab for what?
For childhood trauma and also prescription pills.
She's like 17.
17.
Right?
But I mean, imagine what she's going through right now. She's
I heard that
super
happens
famous.
a lot with reality stars too, where they don't know that they're going to be so famous overnight that they don't know how to deal with that instant fame.
So they try and numb it. She got famous really, really fast.
Really fast, like overnight when she went on Dr. Phil.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And she was painted as the villain too, so that doesn't really help anything.
She
call her
gets
Bobby.
a lot of hate.
Imagine the world hating you at 13, just overnight.
It'd be tough.
That's tough.
That'd be really tough.
Yeah, it's fucking really hard.
I don't think people are meant to be famous,
I agree.
especially now that social
Except for
media,
me.
like, there's like, you know, like Tom Cruise famous wasn't the plan. We're not. It's not in our DNA to deal with that.
Fuck
All
that.
like I was thinking about George. I don't know why. I was thinking about George Clooney on my bike ride this morning. I was like,
That's why he moved to Italy.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like I was thinking of George Clooney because I have some stuff going on, and someone referenced George Clooney, and then I was thinking of him, and I'm like, he's not on social media. He moved to Italy. He doesn't deal with any of it, and he's so famous, but he can't go anywhere.
No.
You can't do anything.
No.
Humans weren't meant to be this famous.
Johnny Depp, when at the height of his fame, moved to a small town in southern France. I would fucking love that shit.
Leonardo DiCaprio, man. It's like you can't.
Really?
No, who wants to be in fucking LA? Fuck.
Well, think where you can't go anywhere. Like if you want to get coffee, you shut down the coffee store. You stop to get gas, and people.
Do you know what
flood
I deal with on a daily basis?
Nothing.
Why me? Why fucking me? Where's my march?
You know when I found out your demo is when we went to Vegas to do a show together, and the
Limo drivers in their
dudes would
40s.
come up to me, and then these old like, oh my Goldbergs, and I'm like,
Shut up.
oh wow.
Shut up, Brendan. Fuck off.
Just
Next current
these
event.
old ladies built like girls that Jesus likes would come up to him.
Shut up, Brendan.
What was her name?
Are you Coach Meller? What was her name?
Hey, what was her name?
Let's just take it easy.
What else you got?
All right, this is a pretty crazy one. This LA Galaxy player.
Oh my God! What were they thinking?
What do you mean?
Go ahead.
The wife. The wife
ahead.
posted something on social media, which is horrific. So she wrote in Serbian to kill those protesting against systemic racism and police brutality in the wake of George Floyd's death. And she also wrote disgusting cattle.
Yeah, she said, kill these disgusting cattle.
Okay.
Well, you got your man fired, you dumb cunt.
Did she?
Yeah.
So
he got fired.
He had to have a talk because he completely disagrees with her for obvious reasons. But then the Galaxy
fire her.
ended up parting ways with him.
The Galaxy like, we can't have this.
Damn.
And he actually took a stand against her posts. That's what he said right here. I don't know what's wrong with her though. Why would you? What the hell?
What time did she do it at? Bitches be crazy, bro.
She's rotten
crazy.
heart.
She's Serbian. Sometimes you come from Serbia. They came from the Serbs and the Croats and the Bosnian Herzegovinians. They all had fights. You know, there was ethnic tension.
But I mean, him getting fired. I don't know how they ended up working out him getting fired.
I think it's a bummer they fired him. This is where I have a problem with.
Especially he's against
Your
her.
wife said something and you fire this fucking guy, and he apologized.
Earlier
But now
today,
you're
the LA
gone.
Galaxy were made aware of the
Be a
series
little
of
more
racist
gutsy.
and violent social media posts by the wife. And LA commend the social post required immediate removal. But
I think it's.
what's that have to do with him?
I agree.
And then this says mutually agreed to part ways, which
Yeah,
I
he
doubt
got a
was
big,
mutually
He got
agreed.
a big severance pay. I hope.
Oh no, it doesn't work like that.
No.
No,
I think
Severance
I
pay.
think that's bullshit.
Why would they give?
Don't
sports
don't
give people
fire
severance
the
pays.
man for what his dumb wife said.
But his contract could have been up too, and they're trying to negotiate.
Oh,
and they're
really?
like, all right, we're out.
What's that?
There's no severance pay in sport.
But either way, that sucks.
But what do you do if you're that guy? Wouldn't you just have to just get a divorce at that point?
No,
No?
I think she's from Serbia.
So
But also, how long have they been together? How long have they been together?
I don't know.
She's so
She's
hot.
hot,
She's
obviously.
so hot.
I'll put up with some shit.
A lot of guys would. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Listen, I'll tell you right now. If my wife posted something that was racist, there's a good chance that I probably believe the same thing. She's not going to post something that we're all not. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree.
Oh, I
don't
disagree.
agree.
I disagree.
Come on.
If she's dropping,
You don't agree with everything your wife says. In fact, you know,
when it comes to that, that's pretty.
Also, you're saying that he probably is complicit in her, but he's defending himself in this way.
I think it's possible to fucking be with somebody
You can marry a racist?
who's a good person, and then they say some shit, and you're like, what?
Oh, hold on. Shit's different. But when she says we should kill these vile
Yeah, no,
pigs,
that's a rotten
that's
heart,
not
man. She has
said
a
cattle,
rotten
not vile
heart.
pigs.
cattle. That's not terms. Like if she messed up, like Drew Brees did, where you can't disrespect the
Hey,
flag.
listen, I
But
don't.
when she says kill these
listen,
cattle,
here's what I'm going to say.
Like if we're friends,
Yeah.
I would never be your friend.
Yeah.
If when we're first starting hanging out and we were watching the news, you're like, God, they should fucking kill
Yeah, I
these
just don't.
cattle. Like,
I don't.
we
think,
can't be friends.
I agree. I agree. You're probably right. I don't think you fire somebody for what somebody else.
no,
has
me
said.
neither. I don't think
That's
you
my
fire
problem.
off their sniffing.
I
another.
don't disagree
agree.
with you. Like I would probably say
If I'm racist,
9
you're
times
racist.
out of 10.
If I'm racist, you're racist.
Or 9 times out of 10, I'd say what the
For sure.
Yeah, but sometimes you have friends who are married to a fucking. We all know guys who are great guys, and they're married to a fucking nightmare.
A cunt. Yeah, but they're
And
not
you're
racist.
like, yeah, they can be.
No,
I've seen.
I don't know anyone
My
like that.
parents are friends with a fucking. I don't know if she's a racist, but they're friends with somebody who is the greatest guy in the world. He's married to the biggest piece of shit motherfucking asshole.
Yeah, she sucks.
And they've been married forever, but she's a bad person. And it's like, and we're all like, what is he doing?
yeah,
and
but
we've all
that
seen
person
that.
is different than it.
By the way, that guy didn't get fired because his wife is a piece of shit. Sometimes
He shouldn't lose his job.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But
That's
it-
all
but
I'm
if-
saying. It's a very slippery
in the
slope.
household, you know what I'm saying? Like, if my girl
Let's put
dropped
it
an
this way.
N-bomb, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Let's put it this way. Yeah, if we're at dinner and somebody's wife says some shit, you'd be like, I don't like those guys. Like,
Neither
Why
one.
is he
Neither
with her?
one, but
You wouldn't get up and walk? You wouldn't get up and walk, leave the table?
I'd make fun of him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
I mean,
crazy.
it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, but
This woman here has a
firing a man
rotten,
for what his wife says is a
rotten,
very, very dangerous.
rotten.
I'm curious if maybe his contract was up with the Galaxy and they're trying to figure out, and then this came out and they're like, all right, dude, we don't want to do this.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
want to do this.
That's a good question.
Because he said we both agreed to go our separate ways.
I didn't look too much into the actual soccer player, but I don't know if he was like some just walk-on guy or like a huge star. I don't know. So
He
who
doesn't
knows?
have a ton of followers.
Hey guys, just give me a second. I got my nephew called. I want to just make sure he's okay.
All right, back in. This I just saw recently, right now. Vanderlei Silva got hit by a car in Brazil, and apparently this is the second time this has happened when he's riding his bike.
Dude, a motorcycle.
I think bicycle.
Fuck, dude.
And he said wearing a helmet is what helped save
Oh,
his
dude,
life.
I've hit my head where if I didn't have a helmet, I'm like,
Really? When you fell?
More CT for B shop here. Yeah, it'd been bad.
Oh man.
Thank God I have that helmet on. Thank God I fly racing specialized.
Damn. 2 times.
43-year-old biking legend, 2 traffic lights.
If it's traffic lights, it could be a motorcycle, right? It's just his bike.
Thrown from his bike. I would assume he rides a bike in Curitiba. So I've been there, right? I fought down there. It's insane. The bikes going through the. I mean, I'm sure there's accidents all the time.
Yeah.
It's packed, man. Traffic, and they're going through, and it's nuts.
Man.
So
His
dangerous.
face looks pretty bad.
That's bad.
Yeah.
His face has taken a lot of shit.
His
He
body
looks
and
like
his
the
face.
Terminator.
He does. That's the first thing I thought of.
He's Vanderlei.
Like
the
with
Terminator.
metal inside his
Well,
cheek.
we'll see if you get that Tyson fight after this.
Oh yeah, damn. This is not that new. This is mid-May, and it's about this girl who was babysitting a kid who's 13 years old, and she was 20 years old, and then she ended up coming home one day, or to the house one day, a little bit buzzed after going out, and then she saw him playing Nintendo or whatever, and then she started seducing him, and then they had sex multiple times.
Wait, hold on. How old is the kid?
13,
How old is she?
20. This is 2017. She was also married at the time too to another young guy.
That's a minor detail.
She was married too.
Look at the details here. It looks.
She's got some psychological issues.
Girls first seduced the teen in 2017 after going into his bedroom where he was playing Xbox following a drunken night out. She hugged and kissed him before pulling down his trousers, begging him for sex. Cordis
Yeah, Cordis.
continued to have sex with him, which she kept hidden from her husband until she gave birth to a baby girl.
Yep.
What?
Jurors heard how she had groomed the boy by sending him company text, calling him cute, and giving him money for fish and chips.
Anyhow, she's sentenced to 30 months.
Is the baby
jail.
okay? Not mad at it.
The baby had to be given up and for adoption.
The baby was the 13-year-old's,
Yeah. Yep.
not the husband's.
Not the husband's.
She got pregnant by a 13-year-old.
Yes. Yeah. And then now the kid is also, he said separation anxiety. He's suffering from that because he can't see his kid. You know, because they had to give it away. Yeah.
The 13-year-old.
The 13-year-old. Who's now, what,
Oh, the
15
young
now,
kid.
16
Bad
now.
situation all the way around.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bad situation.
And that was her husband.
how old are they there?
Young. She's
like 14.
20. And another thing they found out, they did psychiatric tests and they found out her IQ was at like
She's a dumbass.
70 to 85.
Yeah, she's
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 dumb.
probably not
She's
that
Forrest
smart.
Gump.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Miss Forrest Gump.
yeah.
She's Forrest
not-
Gump.
There's a lot of problems.
She's Forrest Gump.
A lot of
That
lot of
sucks,
things are going on, man.
I'm still blown away that the
He thought he was the
13-year-old
father.
got a 20-year-old
and he thought he was
pregnant.
the father of the kids.
And he's the
which
father.
would make sense. And then he's like, so the father's 13-year-old kid, huh? That's all right. It's a bummer. That's weird, crazy. I don't know. It's crazy.
So they did that test, right, to see if it's a match, if it's his baby. It said it was 14 million times likely that it's his kid, 13-year-old kid.
times?
Yeah.
Well,
Just say 100%.
Yeah.
that's more than 100%, isn't it? Well, it's 14 million. There's a 14 million times chance that's your.
Yeah.
Like,
They could have stopped
14 million? Well, it's like,
oh,
just say 100 though. Just say, but they're 1 out of 14 million.
It's highly likely I would have gotten
well, how likely? If 14 million likely.
But
14
you know what's weird is no one really gives a fuck about stats. Like no one wants to hear the stats.
Yeah.
Do you know if you're under 26? These are facts. There's no debate. You're more likely to get hit by lightning than you are to die from corona.
Yeah.
Really?
Suck on that.
That's right, Brendan. But let's
How
keep
nuts
wearing
is that?
masks. Let's keep wearing masks.
Wear your
Fuck
fucking
you.
mask.
And where's that fucking outbreak? How are the hospitals doing?
Oh my God, how did it get to
protesting,
this?
You fucks.
But the Lake of the Ozarks, no one had a mask on. There's 0 cases. There was 0 death and I want to kick these guys. 0 death.
And people are still like, can you stand over here? Get the fuck out of
This
here.
13-year-old impregnated a 20-year-old.
All right, next.
Carry on,
But the Ozarks, someone did get it though, right?
Jesus, help us here.
Yeah, he's fine.
Let's go to
Well,
the
he
next
had
one.
it before.
He had it before he went out there.
Yeah.
So he
So he
possibly
partied
spread
with
it.
everyone. Guess how many got it?
Oh, fuck.
This is just, I guess, a little funny video. Not a funny subject,
Oh, I
but a
saw
funny
this
video.
one. Yeah.
Okay, so this woman's getting detained by the police.
Got so distracting.
What?
Her curves.
How the fuck I act?
Curves.
Naturally. Ask anybody who know me. What you in school for? The fuck are you talking about? Why are you detaining me? You about to lose your job.
So she starts singing.
You about to lose
this the
your
remix
job.
part?
I have the remix under
Yeah,
it.
they throw it at the end, right?
Lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. and you're telling me or nothing.
This cop's like,
you
Jesus
about to lose your job. You ain't even got no job because you training. You about to lose your job.
He's laughing. Look at him laughing.
That's fun to deal with as a cop all day.
He's laughing though. He's like
This shit worth you losing your job.
She's hilarious.
So someone did a remix of it.
The remix is pretty hard too.
At underscore random J.
This guy
underscore.
obviously I had to put a beat to this. At underscore random J underscore.
Why are you detaining? You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this ass. You about to
Get his
lose
ass.
your job.
Get this what?
Get his ass.
For nothing. And you're telling me for nothing. And you about to lose.
He has to turn away because he's laughing.
Is he laughing?
He's laughing.
It's probably the highlight of his week.
Look at him. He's like,
Is this shit worth you losing your job? Cause you boss. Cause you ain't got no reason. I can
That was pretty much it.
so
That's
funny.
fucking hilarious. I like that
The
song.
remix.
You about to lose your job.
The remix.
I wish you didn't use that voice. What else you got?
Have a good voice.
This is another video I saw on Barstool. Someone jumping out of a window.
I love
into
these.
the pool. All right, let me rewind this.
Oh God.
You about to
Indoor pool.
God damn it.
Run it back.
He got
Why
so
would you do that?
Hey.
That's how you.
You know what though? He landed with his hands.
I know.
He broke it.
Thank God, because
So
otherwise he
his
would have fucking.
collarbone just.
He could have
kissed
gone. He
the
could have
rail
gotten
first.
cut in half. He could have gotten
Slow.
cut in half. Dude.
That's actually really good considering how bad it could
That was
have been.
best case
Yeah.
scenario. for
Bro,
him.
that could have
Yeah,
cut him in half.
Oh yeah.
You were about to get
Did you-
cut in half.
Oh,
You were about
man.
to get cut in half.
At one point, that guy was like, you know what? I think I could pull this off. Like,
I know.
Maybe he's drinking.
It's a
you know?
small pool.
Of course.
It's super dangerous.
oh, man. Can
Yeah.
I watch it one more time?
The scariest I've ever been in my life jumping from I was cliff diving in Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks. Or I'm sorry, Table Rock, right next to Ozarks.
He almost ate it jumping out of the little
Dude, it's so scary. I don't get how people do it.
I don't either.
I would
Look,
never do it in my
Look how
life
close
again.
it gets to the top of that window. Look.
I'm not a big fan.
Oh, the top, you mean? Yeah, you're right. His head.
I don't like cliff diving. I don't like any of that shit.
No.
None of that's good.
Good for him.
My friend is a police officer, and a man tried to jump. He would send me these pictures. A man jumped out the window away from them.
Hell yeah.
He had raped somebody,
Okay.
and they were chasing him, and he jumped out the window, and it was a 3-story window, and he
Jumped
hit
on the
a
fence?
fence, and his
Standard.
head came off clean. His head just sat on the fence.
Justice.
It just went boom, and his
called
body was
justice.
there, and I was like, "That's the shit you see."
Like Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, I was like, his head was
His spine.
perfectly popped
Vitality.
off.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Get
He had a
over
hat
here.
on. His hat stayed on.
His hat
like
stayed
that.
on?
I swear to
Get a
God.
beanie?
Yes, I swear to God. I was like, oh shit.
Fuck.
Dude, during the protests, when there's looters and stuff, I guess these guys they robbed, I forget what, but they stole cars. So you know how the news is, it just follows it. I couldn't get enough of it. The cop chases them chasing.
Yeah.
Then they get on foot. I'm like, fuck yeah, it just got good. And the dude's running, and you know what fucks them? Their cardio. Because they're running and the cops are running. You can tell the cop's slowing down, and then they really slow down, and then another cop comes out, and you see this female cop come out of nowhere and Bobby Boucher his ass.
No
in their
shit?
car. Oh, it's fantastic.
Wow,
it's
that's
must-see TV.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's good. But cardio. If these looters should learn one thing, it's you gotta step your cardio up. Because when you run from these cops, you could get away, but they get tired.
I watched this stripper, this streaker,
streaker.
And in a football game, and this is when he realized like he was like this small white guy just fucking boom, but he's like fuck ah, and he's like nah, running, and you see these two Samoan dudes built about the size of you,
Security guards?
and they were. But what that kid didn't realize, they're Samoans. They're fast as fuck. Whatever it was, it's like two Troy
They're like
Polamalu
hippos.
dudes.
They're like hippos.
Right? Run like oak trees running super fast
They're
at you.
hippos.
They caught that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Tackled him super
Have you
hard.
ever seen those streakers get lit the fuck up?
Oh,
Oh,
man.
on the
They're
Lit
like,
the-
yeah, and then goosh.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
security's living for this. They're like, oh, hell yeah, we got some action here.
Yeah, they
get to run on the field and do it. Everyone's
dude.
watching. Now's your time.
Top 7 on really fan takedowns. Please click on that, Chin.
NFL
Have you
Savage
seen the
fans on
video where
field.
the
Let's
ref
see. Let's see
forgets?
NFL Savage
What'd you say?
fans.
Have you? Here,
The NFL's not
I'll
good because it's
I'll turn the volume off.
They're not that nice. They're kind of nice. This is where they get fucked up, though. This guy's like, come on, you want some? Security. Oh, this is just on.
What a
do they get taken down?
Is that Chris? Is this Chris Stefano?
I don't know. This doesn't look good though.
No, this looks awful.
Would you want to watch, Brian?
I want
Okay, this is
security.
bad.
Have you seen that video where there's a ref that gets like a flashback that he played football, so they snap the ball and he goes and he tackles somebody?
No way.
Bro,
High
it's
school?
a YouTube video. A ref tackles football player, and it's like they snap, man. follows
PTSD.
them. Yeah.
CT. You never know what's going to pop up. Rear its ugly head.
Any of these?
Yeah. One of the,
You said high school?
no, not high school. This is like pro.
Weird.
Some years ago, referee tackling football players.
Want to try that one?
Yeah, try that one.
This is. Oh, come
No.
on, bro. God, I miss college football. I can't wait for this to pop up. Dude, how about NBA announced they're coming back?
Really?
First, yeah, it's a 22 team playoff system. They basically just want Zion in the playoffs. Whatever, I don't care. So they have Zion Williams in the playoffs now. Definitely not going to win it, but he's in there, so we're excited. And they're listen how stupid this is. I'm fired up. Had a little whiskey. Listen to this, nicotine in. How about this, Brian Callen? The NBA is going to have a 22 team season, and the playoffs are going to be 7-game series, which I love. But they're gonna keep them quarantined at Walt Disney World at where they all those things. You're gonna love this, but the parks are gonna be open.
That's so
So the teams will stay quarantined
so
with no
stupid.
fans.
These people are
but you
so
can ride
stupid.
Magic Mountain.
Oh my God!
You can go to Legoland.
Yeah.
You can go to the alligator
because
farm.
Corona
You can talk
didn't
to
turn out to be what it was. How many times are we
No,
gonna
it's
fucking
SARS.
do this?
It's SARS.
It's
But,
stop.
but how about the teams? They have to be quarantined.
Hold on, this is Garcetti.
They can't see anybody.
Yeah, get it together, everybody.
Thanks, Brian.
Sure, buddy.
Isn't that crazy?
So they're
I'll be at Disney World. I'll be in Epcot playing grab ass, and then the teams have to stay quarantined in there and play each other with no fans.
Jesus, thank you for coming by.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're the best.
I appreciate
look
you.
Yeah, we
forward
love
to-
you, man.
Stay
Go
at
watch
home,
a
son.
special right
Stay at
now.
home, son, on Showtime.
On Showtime. Check it out. Thank you guys for having me. This
Yeah,
means the
man.
world.
Are we sold out in Phoenix?
We're sold out in Phoenix. The
We're
early show's
we're
sold out.
sorry, guys.
But you know what?
What?
We are sorry, but Phoenix is opening up more because they're allowing 50% capacity with fans
Okay.
as far as stadiums go.
Yeah.
So they think by Monday they're going to release more tickets for our shows.
That's beautiful.
All shows are sold out, but
So keep
get on there on
checking.
Monday because they should release more.
San Antonio, LOL. I'll be there June 25, 26, 27. Come
Let's get
see
those
me.
tickets up.
Let's go. Let's go. You sold out in Spokane yet?
Spokane sold out.
Wow.
The Thick Boy Bike Club meeting is Saturday the 27th. Sign up at thickboyride@gmail.com. Salt Lake City, Wise Guys, July 16th through the 18th. The 18th we'll do our ride. Also sign up at thickboyride@gmail.com. And yeah, man, get your Thick Boy gear right now. We got new shit dropping. Men and women's gear coming soon. Thickboy.com. Dude, we love you. Hey, Sue,
guys. Thank you
go
for
watch
the
your
time.
special on Showtime right now. Do you have a promo code? So if they don't have Showtime, they can get it 30 days free?
You can just go on the website, try it for 30 days, and if you like it, stick with it. If not, you can cancel it at any time.
Boom. Go watch it now. He's one of the nicest guys in the biz, also one of the funniest. I love Jesus Trejo.
Thank you, guys.
All right, man. This fine kid. We're out.